All right, this little sketch assignment is to help us come up with ideas for our big colored pencil project. So what we're going to be doing today is just drawing in our sketchbook, or I'm just drawing on a sheet of computer paper, and I'm going to take a ruler and split it into different sections. So let me just rotate this. Okay. So here's an example of what we've done. We're going to do, you're only required to do 3 sketches. And you can choose your color scheme. This is monochromatic. I have different reds. I'm going to make this one warm colors and then like primary colors in here. So what I'm just going to do is draw with my ruler like some sections here. So you can draw like on different pages in your sketchbook, but I'm just like making a cross. I'm not even measuring because this is just a thumbnail sketch. It doesn't have to be very good. We're just drawing like rectangles to represent the paper. So this is supposed to be an abstract design. So something that is not very realistic. Like I'm not just drawing a bunch of eyeballs or anything, but instead I'm just drawing some simple lines. Like that was just a nice little wavy line. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah. For this little design that I'm drawing, I'm making all my lines start like in a corner. And I'm making them wavy. Some of them are going to be close together. Some of them farther apart. This is just kind of swirly. I'm just using a 2B pencil. I am not using my 6B pencil because the 6B pencil is really dusty and it makes your hands dirty. Just gonna maybe let it be simple like that. Maybe it would look nice if I had another swirl here in the middle. Maybe that'll be a blank space. I don't hate that at all. So we're just coming up with maybe at least 10 different sections for colors. So something abstract being very simple that we're going to color. And then later I'm going to come in here and come up with some color designs, color schemes. There we go. So that's one idea. Kind of looks like a zebra. I'm going to do something that's a little bit more linear. Something completely random. This is just not my style. I don't like doing line designs as much. But this is just like boxes. Stacking. Now, before I was saying more organic shapes, but you can totally stick with some geometric designs. As long as it's abstract. This isn't representing anything. This is just lines. I want at least 10 sections of us to have for color. I'm going to make another one over here. There are multiple designs that you can use as references in Canvas that you can copy down if you're in my class. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'll just make a small one right here. So I've got something more wavy. You can do something geometrical. The point of this project is to be making large shapes that are abstract. So now I'm going to do something down here. I like just drawing circles. I'm going to make mine get smaller off into the distance. You can have them overlap, but I wanted mine to be spaced out pretty even. Maybe I'll add something on the inside. Would that be cool? Right now I drew them very lightly because this is just a sketch. But I do want you to be able to see them. I guess these look like floating donuts. The thing about abstract stuff is they can make you think of something from reality. Kind of like when you're looking at clouds, you're like, oh, that cloud looks like a dinosaur. Abstract designs help you, they send your imagination to different places. Someone else might see an eyeball with this. I see flying donuts. But I'm being conscious about where I add my stuff, being aware of that. So right now I have these arranged in like a triangular form. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm just going to add 1, 2, 3. I think it looks good when we add little groups of 3s next to each other, little triangular forms, an odd number of things. Just going to leave it like that. So it's well balanced. Now I've got like something big over here and a lot more designs on this side, more circles. So it's well balanced. So that's all you had to do. Just draw a little circle, or sorry, a design. And then when it comes to your coloring aspect of this project, I'm going to start with the circle because I like drawing circles first. And the examples that I was showing my students online, I was going through and showing you that it's going to be darker on the edges like we did with our holes and layers project, and it's going to be lighter once we get towards that middle part, darker on the edges of that shape. So I think on the inside of this I'll do another color like in my little circle designs. So since this is just a sketch, we don't have to completely color everything, but we're just getting a general idea down of what we're going to do for the main project. Now I want my students to turn this sketch design into Canvas. I want them to put a star or a heart on the idea that they like the most so that I can give you better feedback on it. So once you turn it into Canvas, I will tell you, hey, yeah, I like the element that you have in here. Your color is really well done, like your color scheme. Or maybe I think that is too busy. I'll give you some good advice. Because usually when I just see you in class, I don't give you very good advice because I'm busy. I'm like, wow, yeah, that looks really good. But when you turn this in online, I would like to be able to give you better constructive advice like, how about we move your circles around this way into the rule of thirds? Or how about we have an odd number there instead of everything being all over the place? Helping you organize your ideas a little bit better. So when we're just doing a thumbnail sketch, I can mark down that I want all of these ones to be red. I don't have my middles for that. So with a thumbnail sketch, it doesn't have to all be complete, but I want a complete idea written down. And it would be nice if I had some red violet in there. I really like red violet. Is my blue pencil not sharpened? Go figure. Nothing's quick and easy. That's fine. Definitely keep your pencil sharp while you are working. I'm just going to go grab a new colored pencil instead of sharpening this for time's sake. Then I want the insides of this one, of some of these, to be like a blue violet. Around in the middle. Or red violet, not blue violet. So that's just like one of my little ideas that I have. If you're really stuck on ideas and you do not know what to do, this is a really fun one. And you might have done this like in MS Paint, like Microsoft Paint. Did you guys ever get to play around with that? I think so. Like where you just make some scribbles. That was just a big loop-de-loop. I'm going to do another one, going off the paper a little bit. Just having them overlap. And then where they crisscross over each other, That's like where you'll color in something. So this just made like an organic shape up here. So if you are struggling to come up with like a third idea or just something else to turn in, have fun with that. This is just a random abstract idea. And remember, we're making it darker on the edges, so I want you to start off with coloring lightly. Not too heavy with this. Very light and medium, and let it fade out to the middle. You can color in little circles first to fill up the space. And then in the corners, or where things get smaller, that's where we're going to make it darker. So again, you can do different color schemes for this. You can do primary colors. I could make this one yellow, red, and blue everywhere. I would have to mark that down in my sketch. You can do monochromatic by making everything one color plus black and white. Some of my students who are really afraid of color and worried about messing up, they're just sticking with testing out stuff with the black colored pencil. That's all they're doing for now. That's okay with me, because colored pencil draws different than a graphite pencil. It has a different feel to it. It doesn't smear like graphite pencil does. But you do have a blending colorless pencil that you can use to really add in that extra smoothness. So since I added black, I want to go over that with blue again to smooth it out so that doesn't look so sudden, like I only have black in that section. We need to blend that black into the blue. And I did that by blending in with my blue on top of it, but I can also just take my colorless blender and go on very small circles. What this does is it burnishes your colored pencil into the paper, smooths it out, makes it shiny, makes it darker too. So try this out in your sketchbook before you commit to it on your paper. So I can make a really nice light area. We're leaving this middle section completely blank with white. Don't forget to leave areas blank. And I didn't go around this everywhere with black, just in the corners and along some of the sides. So I would want to mark out which sections I want to be red and yellow, but of course, since this one I just scribbled, it would be hard for me to recreate this idea perfectly on my final sheet of paper. Some people have asked me, hey, you know what, is it okay if I just finish this in my sketchbook because I don't have nice paper, I'm stuck at home? Yeah, you can do it in your sketchbook. Just spend a lot of time making those ideas, those designs really cohesive and strong, and your technical skills like really strong, like with your blending. But however, those of you who do have that nice paper, put it on something nice and big. That nice paper that I have is really, really solid. I recommend drawing on the smooth side so you don't see the textures of the colored pencil. It's okay if you draw on the rough side. Just know that it does take a lot more work to get it to look smooth. Some of my students really love that smooth texture, and it drives them crazy if they see something rough on there. Drives them nuts. It doesn't ever bother me. I'm like, hey, this doesn't look terrible. Let's have fun. So right now I'm just marking out that I wanted this section to be red. In your thumbnail sketch, I just want to see some color added to it so I know how you're doing with colored pencil. Remember, we're making it like medium there along the edges, blending it to light in the middle. Just adding a little bit of black into the corners. I want you to color a little bit of each design that you've done. So you're only needing to do 3 thumbnail sketches. Even if you already know you're not going to be committed to that design, like I know I'm not going to do this line design. That's just not my style. I don't like this one as much. I still need to practice coloring it. So one thing that I was suggesting a little bit ago was just sticking to using like a black colored pencil. That way you get better at drawing. Oh, we only have a few more minutes here in this class. Those of you who are here in person, clean up your tables. We're gonna have to unscrew the lid for the sanitary wipes, yep, to take that off. And Cassidy, just don't put it back on all the way, the lid, you know, so that the next person doesn't have to unscrew that as much. And then wash your hands. I've got 4 sinks in the back of the room, plus I have lotion because I know your hands are getting a little dry right now. Be very aware of what you're touching. And do not line up and wait for the bell. I'm just showing you what it looks like when we just have a black colored pencil right now. So those of you who have not turned this in yet, the assignment in Canvas is under Term 3 modules called Sketch for Colored Pencil Project. And check the Term 3 module projects so we can see what you need to turn in. Most of your grades are updated on Canvas. I'm here to help you if you have any questions. Send me an email, Billa@Mishawaka, and we're gonna get through this project, okay? Take care. Yes. Let me turn this off.